And hello,
Yes,
Abba, we're back. It's been a few weeks. It's
we
been maybe
are
a couple of months,
back.
actually. There
Yes,
was
we
the
are
Cape Town
back.
seminar. There was a few
We had
things,
lots
and
of adventure.
yeah, lots of adventure. Exactly. And we're back. So if you're on, first of all, as you know, the first thing you need to do is say hello in the comments. Tell us if you can see us and hear us okay. And second thing you need to do is share this with somebody that should be watching it live with you. And that's all. That's what
Okay,
we're doing. Okay, let's dive in. You don't know the topic at all.
nothing, nothing.
Nothing. And so it's going to be a brand new subject, although it's a subject we've covered before, but it's brand new relative to our lives in quite a while at least. And the
Okay.
topic is, drumroll, this is new for you too. It
Mm-hmm.
is drugs. The subject of
Drug.
drugs.
Okay.
Yes, drug use. And when I talk about drugs here, I mean literally any drug from weed to alcohol to prescription drugs, psychiatric drugs, to medicinal drugs, ayahuasca, whatever else people take for spiritual purposes, to party drugs. So there's many, many, many different types of drugs. And I want to see from the angle of, is it escape, a reasonable way to potentially get away from the troubles of life or to benefit from spiritual findings that you might encounter, or any value there? Or is it not? Is it some kind of a seemingly nice thing, a cage in reality? So that's
Okay.
really the topic, is drug use.
Okay. So drugs are quite simple. If I look at as a situation, what is better, to see the data in front of me or not?
Overall, yes, to see the data in front of you.
Yes. If I'm driving a car, what's better, to see the road or to close the eyes?
Yeah, to see the road, 100%.
Okay, good. So when you take a drug, you're closing your eyes.
Yeah, true. 100%.
So you take a drug, you close your eyes, and you hope to drive. You'll drive to hell. Yes.
Yeah, that's true. That's
So
very,
this is
very
the
true.
simplicity. The simplicity is the drugs is just an effort not to confront what's in front of you. And why does it happen? Because people don't know how to deal with something. So they think that if they will put their head in the sand, it will somehow go away or disappear. Or they think that instead of handling the problem, what I want to do is to feel good.
Yes,
So they basically say, okay, fine, I will feel good. And because I will feel good, it means that situation is good.
right. That's a, yeah,
Nonsense.
yeah, yeah,
Yes. If I
yeah,
feel
that's true.
good, it does not change the situation.
I
The
see.
fact that
That's
someone is stoned totally and he feels good do not change the situation. So
hmm
drug is an effort to change the situation by your own feelings.
That's a very good point, actually. I like that. That should be a quote, because that's
Yeah.
actually what it is. You're not actually changing the situation as such.
Mhm.
You want to change your feelings, and the feelings will change the situation.
Yeah, because I feel good for a short while, the situation will improve. But an actual sober observation shows that anything that you do under the influence of drug is nonsense.
True. Now, by the way, just let me stop you for one moment. We have somebody on Instagram saying there's no voice. I'm not able to listen to Mayor.
Oh
So
my
for some reason on
God.
there, they can't hear you, which is a
Uh,
huge problem. We're going to sort it out now.
Let me see why. 1 second.
Yeah. Let's see.
Hmm. Now?
Yes, now we can hear you. That's perfect on
Okay,
Instagram.
hallelujah.
And then I on the live stream itself, what I'm hearing is a little bit kind of like a background noise, some kind of a, I don't know, it's like rattling at times. Do you know what that could be?
No?
Okay, it's not too bad, so fine. We'll live with it.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Okay, good. So let's continue. So basically there's this element of not actually confronting the problem, and it's not ever a real solution, right?
Yeah, never. And really, when you look at the drugs, a person has a problem. He cannot control his emotion. He cannot make himself happy. So he wants something exterior to him to make himself happy.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Yeah.
uh, and the truth is that when you get something exterior to you to make you happy, you make yourself less, and the thing you make more. So you become a slave. You obey the drug. You obey something exterior to you, and the only time you'll be successful is when things obey you. So if you look
Hmm.
at mankind, mankind improved when it started to make the environment obey to him, when they can remove the mountain, when they decide, okay, we can fly, we can dive, we can generate electricity, we can change the route of the river, we can build in Dubai a whole island, islands,
Hmm.
not island.
Yeah.
That's when men succeeded. That's where prosperity happening. That's when a person become happy because he is happy to the degree that he controlled the environment, not to the degree that he obeyed the environment. And a drug is just a method of obeying the environment.
Hmm. I see. Yeah,
So
that's so true,
every
actually.
time you obey something, you get less of you and more of the something. And the something is never good to you because the only one that knows what good to you is you.
Yes. So now what if you think about it? What's good to me is sometimes to relax. I want to get home. I want to have some weed. I want to just chill. I want to relax.
Not a problem. If it is you that causing it, it's wonderful.
Hmm.
But if you take a substance, if you take something else and you say, you take the feather and make me feel good, it doesn't work. You'll see that in any relationship, if the person is sane, the highest satisfaction is getting is from making someone else feel good, not from someone else making him feel good. So even
Yeah.
in a relationship between people, you if you are sane, you want to give, you want to be able to be the person that can give, that can bring about joy to someone else. So you can say that the person is as alive as he can put life into other people lives or into things. And the basic principle is that if you want to be alive, you need to put life into someone else. If you want to be happy, you need to put happiness into someone else. If you want to be healthy, you need to heal someone. But if you want to be dead, kill someone. If you
Yeah.
want to be
True.
sick, make someone else sick. If you
Yes.
want to be poor, make someone else poor. So
Right.
you will see that actually that only when you bring joy into something, things will happen for you. And when you try someone else to bring joy to you, it will always end up in a disaster. Always.
Yeah.
And you don't need to
That's
be genius, just observe.
Yeah, that's super true, 100%. It is pretty self-evident, but at the same time, if you take it to an extreme, then you could say, look, if I'm get coming home, I want to have some ice cream. I want to sit and eat ice cream or eat some cake, or I want to eat food. Some people do their drug is
You'll
food or
become
something.
you'll become sick and fat. But if you don't just want the enjoyment from the food, but you put the joy into the food, you decide what this food is doing. You can eat sugar, gluten free or not. You can eat anything, and you will not put on weight.
Right. Yes.
So
So with that,
you put the value into the thing, or you are the effect of the thing. The moment that you become the effect of the thing, you become sick, weak, etc. If I say, okay, fine, now I'm 62 years old, I need to slow down. Why? Because the body, the age of the body tells me to slow down. I will look like an average 62 years old, which is basically falling apart machine. Very
yes,
second hand, yes.
yes,
But
true.
since I'm not buying it, since I'm putting the value into things, I'm putting joy, It's me, it's me, it's me. So even if I'm eating an ice cream, and even if I do whatever, it's not, I'm not expecting the joy to come from there. I'm putting the joy into it. And the
Yeah.
problem with drugs is that the premise with drugs is it will give me joy. It will
Mhm.
make me feel well. It will let me forget. Why do I need to come home and chill? No, I need to come home and be productive, produce more. I need to come home and do even more, do with the family, do with the children, do whatever. But why do I need to come and chill exactly? What am I, weak?
Yeah, exactly. No, that's right. That's exactly the viewpoint. You're not, but people buy into that, and that's become so standard to come home, turn on the TV, grab a beer, relax for the night, and start again the next day. Basically, your day ends at about 5, 6 p.m. Yes, you have some family obligations, etc., but it's done with very heavy weights on your back, basically to like do the stuff at home, have a beer, go to sleep.
So let's
So,
see.
yeah,
Let's see. People that I know that used to do that and changed it and
of
stopped
course.
doing it are doing much better than people that continue to do that.
Of course, I
So,
agree. There's no merit to it.
so
Yeah, I agree.
just look at their life and decide what do you want to do. If you want to just sit there and be an effect, beautiful.
Mhm.
Deteriorate, beautiful. I'm all for it. If you want to
Yeah,
deteriorate, deteriorate. But
yeah,
if you want to prosper, if you want to help people, if you want to have meaning to your life, I suggest against it.
yes, exactly. Now, but is there ever a merit, or is not a merit? Is there a way one could take that viewpoint with weed, for example? I'm going to put joy into the really, you know, can
Yeah.
that work?
Theoretically, if a person is in a very good spiritual condition, theoretically he can do that.
Hmm.
But unfortunately, I did not meet that kind of person yet.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
How do you know if you actually in that position or not? Is during the trip, are you the effect? Are you feeling something or are you causing your feeling?
Right.
So the first thing, can you actually realize that you cause your own feelings?
Hmm.
Forget
Hmm.
about drugs, just in day to day. Can you understand that it is your feeling? It's belong to you. It's not you.
Yeah,
So if
explain
it
that.
is if it is your feeling, it is belong to me, it is not me, my feeling is not me, so it is like my car, it's not me.
Hmm.
It is like
Hmm.
my shirt, it's not me, it's my body, it's not me, it's belong to me. If you understand that it belongs to you, now you have a very amazing test to know if it actually belong to you or not, or if you know that it's belong to you. If it is belong to you, it obeys you.
Hmm.
The car obeys you, not you obey the car.
Right.
Yes.
True.
And if it does not belong to you, even if you have a paper that said that it is, you obey the car.
Hmm.
So if the body belong to me, the body obey my wishes. Otherwise, I'm a servant to the body. I clean it, I feed it, I make it sleep. It tells me I have a headache, and I say, okay, fine, we'll go to sleep. It tells me I feel bad. Okay, fine, let's take a drink. So I'm obeying the body. I'm just a slave to the body.
Yes.
But if the body belonged to me, if I totally know that this body is just something, if it doesn't behave, I buy a new body,
Uh-huh.
like I
Yeah.
buy a new car. Yes.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I'm not so bound on care for the body. I'm not in this religion of take care of your body,
Hmm.
because in this society there is a religion that is stronger than any religion, which is take care of your body.
Yeah, that's very true. But I mean, and at what point does that become, you go to the gym, you're very good about going to the gym, you eat well.
Mhm.
Where is that balance between take care of my body, I need to, like it's a machine, slash I'm part of this religion of take care of
Yeah.
the body?
I take care of the body, but I tell the body what to do. So if I need to work 3 days in a row, like when I was now in Dubai, that I worked 3 days almost with no sleeping, I worked 3 days almost with no sleeping, 1.5, 2 hours per day.
Hmm.
The average person, the moment that he becomes tired, he become upset, he become basically useless.
Yeah. Yeah.
A person that doesn't eat for 20 hours become totally insane,
True.
especially if he's a husband.
Yeah.
Ask anyone.
Exactly. Exactly. True.
So
Yes.
the difference is, yes, I maintain my car. I take my car to BMW and I tell them, please maintain it. I don't know, fix, change the oil or whatever. I maintain it, but
Yeah.
I maintain it.
Yes.
I decide to go to the gym. I tell the body this is how much we do.
Hmm.
So at 62 years old, I tell the body we're doing 105 kilo bench press.
Yeah.
How
It's
many people
amazing.
can do that
Yeah.
at
Not
this?
me. I can't even. Yeah. It's amazing.
Yeah, yeah. Why? Because I tell the body
Yeah.
I'm the boss.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Totally
Totally.
different thing. And with the emotion is exactly the same. I now need to be upset because that's what's needed with this specific person in front of me. If I have a person that is at the area of fear, I need to behave at anger all the time to get him up to anger. And once he's in anger, I need to go a little bit up to antagonism to get him out of antagonism. And then I need to go into conservatism and then I need to fall in love with him.
Yeah. I
Only
see.
then, because before that, if I fall in love, if I'm enthusiastic about him and I fall in love with him before that, it will not be real to him.
I see. Yeah. Amazing.
So
I
I
got it.
use the emotion to help the other person.
Hmm. That's super amazing. And by the way, that just as a side note, that's actually what, as far as I understand, you're going to dive into in real detail in the seminar that we're doing in Canada in August. So we
Yes.
just had the 7 day seminar in Cape Town. By the way, for anyone listening, it was just listen to the success stories. But in August, we're going to be doing a seminar in Toronto, and it's going to be all about communication and understanding emotions and how to heal by communication, how to really take any situation and handle it by communication in a nutshell. I mean, you'll
Yeah.
know much more about how to what you're doing there, but just a side note.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So the basic idea is most people uh, really are slave to their emotions.
Yes.
But that's what I feel. What are you going to do? Oh, what do you feel like doing? Not what I feel like doing.
Hmm.
What is the purpose? What am I going what I want to achieve? Based on that, I decide what I want to do. And so I fall in love with what I need to do. Not what I feel like doing. Oh, I didn't feel like doing it. I don't care if you feel like doing it or not. I'm not a slave of my feelings.
Yeah.
What does
Yeah.
it mean what I feel like doing? It's not. What is the end result? Otherwise, I just have something from the past that tell me this is what you need to do, and I'm like a nonsense, useless machine. Go and do it.
Hmm.
It's totally
That's
different viewpoint, but it's actually correct. People are failing because they, all they do is they obey their feelings. They
100%.
cannot actually understand this is the result, this is what I need to do. And so they are never responsible. They cannot take responsibility because that's what they feel.
Yeah.
They cannot actually take responsibility. They cannot be ethical. They will always betray you. They will always betray themselves.
That's 100%. That's 100,000%, and it's such a different viewpoint, but also it's really the game changer. It's really everything.
They cannot, like a person that obey his feelings cannot be responsible. It's
Yeah,
like if I'm obeying my car, can I be responsible for how the car is driving? No, because the car wanted to turn right into you.
yeah, yeah. Exactly, Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. So, okay, I have a couple of questions more about drugs directly. I want to ask
Mhm,
one or two, or I want to read one or two comments here. So,
okay.
Carmela said, "So true," first of all, and
Mhm.
Annery said, "100%. Thank you for the motivation. My belief is the more you do, the more you can do." And Annery also said, "Mayor Gull, the motivational talks over the years have been driving me positively. I love doing the best I can do. Thank you as always. It's much appreciated. You're very
Thank
welcome."
you. Thank you. Yes.
Beautiful. So, my next question is back to the drugs. So, we've sort of covered people taking drugs for the reasons of a kind of personal enjoyment, to relax, to chill, to get some kind of a high. Um, Before I go into the medicinal drug direction, I want to ask, is there ever a time that it's okay to take some party drugs, like you're going to a party, you're going out with friends, it's your birthday weekend? And I mean, I personally obviously don't touch drugs, but I know many people that will take some, like it's once every 6 months, they take some ecstasy or they do some more drugs, but it's just for the weekend or for their a special occasion. Is there ever a time that that's okay? And if not, why? What's the big damage?
Okay. So the damage is like that. The moment that so first of all, the answer is no. Yes, I
Okay.
wouldn't do that. I would go totally no. But
Hmm.
what's the damage of drugs? Drugs mess up the way that you store memories in your mind. It is like taking the computer and saying, is it okay for me to mess up all your file names and to just a little bit mess up the file structure as well? So when you want to find the file, you cannot find it, and the file that you don't want to find will show up. So you will lose data. Is it okay to lose data?
Hmm.
It's never
Uh,
okay to lose data, yes?
yes, yes,
Data that you need, it's never okay. So if there
true.
is something that go and mess up your whole hard drive, it's not that it's deleting one file. It's messing up randomly all the pictures. And what happened is because the pictures get messed up, the order of the pictures is messed up. And because the order of the pictures messed up, it is like having files that are not indexed. So whatever you need to find in a second, take you 5 seconds. Whatever you need to find in 5 seconds, take you 1 minute. So what happened is the more drugs you take, the longer the slower you become. The longer is your reaction time. So if I take a piece of paper or something and a piece of paper and I leave it, can you catch it? This is
Hmm.
telling you how fast you are, and you will see that when the reaction time is slow, by the time you realize what's happening around you, you missed most of it. So you don't actually see what's going on.
Hmm.
And because you don't see what's going on, you react extremely slowly, and life passes next to you. And before you know, you are 50 and you didn't accomplish anything. Why? Because you are not with the program. Things happening and you don't see them. You are not with the program. You are just checked out, but you don't know that you checked out because a blind person uh, is in a good condition if he knows that he's blind. But if he's blind and he thinks that he sees, he's in a very bad condition. And you are blind and you think that you see. Why? Because you see here and there something happening, but you don't see the full picture. So you cannot actually control life.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
really the major disaster of drugs is that it makes you blind to the environment, to what's going on around you, and you are lagging behind, and things become less and less logical for you, and your only way out is either to disconnect from life, somehow to find reasons to disconnect, not to be as involved, so you don't go as much out, you don't have as much friends, either to disconnect from life. That's option number one. And option number two is to take some drugs that make you feel good for a short time in hope that the environment will become good because you feel good. And unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. Your
Mm.
feelings do
Wow.
not define your environment. They
Yes.
actually destroy your environment because you miss what's actually happening. So I would say never.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say never, or as much as you can not.
Yes. So, and there's a couple questions I want to get to, but so when in that situation, first of all, that's super wow. I agree. I see it, in people. I also see sometimes that people that do take drugs every once in a while are not in that bad of a condition that like at least on the surface. Or they'll tell you, I mean, I hear you, Mayor, but I'm fine. I mean, overall, I'm really like, look, I'm doing well. I'm still succeeding. My business is doing well. I have many friends. We have fun. Yeah, we have some fun, and I feel bad for a day or two after a little hungover, but things get back to it, and I'm fine.
Yeah.
So,
And what will happen is like that. When people are powerful, when you have a powerful spirit, they can actually glue it together somehow, but you will see that they're slower. You can see
Mhm,
that the reaction time is slower. And what will happen, it will take another month, another year, another 2 years, and something will happen that they will break. And they
mhm,
internally know that they break, and they will break in different ways. They will break in a way that maybe they will not be able to find a proper relationship. They will have 100 friends but no actual relationship. They might be successful in business, and business might do well, but one day something will happen that mm, it will not go as well. Something will
mhm.
happen in one or two or more areas of their life in an unexpected way. And actually, what's happening is like when you improve, you don't know how bad it would be if you wouldn't improve, because this is your
Yeah.
new condition. When you deteriorate, it's the same thing, because you see where you are right now and it looks okay, and you compare it to people that deteriorated even more. So if you have a very powerful person that start to do drugs, you'll see that the deterioration will be big for him, but because he's very powerful, you will not see it. And because you will not see it at the beginning, it will take a year, 10 years, 12 years, 15 years. One day something will happen and the whole thing will collapse. And it can
Mhm,
be something can happen just as an accident, and it will seems to be random, or he will become sick, or there will be some kind of attack on him. Something will happen that the end result is bad. Drugs do not help. Any drug do not help you. The only
wow.
exception that I will say, if you are in extreme pain, someone cut your hand, of course, take the drugs and handle the pain. So this is very, very temporarily, because you cannot handle the pain, for sure.
Yeah,
So
sure.
if you are sick and you're going to an operation, don't do it without drugs. Yes, I
Yeah,
suggest
yeah, of
that
course.
before
Yeah.
someone drill into your mouth or into your teeth, maybe it's better to take drugs. Yes,
Yes,
uh,
yeah.
to
But
numb
of
the.
course, yeah, take morphine after a huge surgery, like whatever is, yeah, or no.
That's. But even
me-
that needs to be handled after that. Even that you need to remove the effect of this drug after that, because
Okay.
it will affect you.
So
It
then
has a
this is the
very
next thing. Yeah, sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
it will have a very bad effect on you, and there is ways to remove the drugs from the body, of course.
Yeah, so
There are
that's the
ways.
question. What if somebody did drugs, 5 years ago, they haven't touched them since? What's the big effect now? What do they do to handle it if there is an effect right now?
There's two things. First of all, there's a physical effect, because some of the drugs are still in the body.
Hmm.
And I will not get to explain exactly how the drugs are still in the body, but some of the drugs are still in the body, so they're still affecting you. That's number one.
Yeah.
But more important is your mind has been messed up.
Hmm.
So you need to re-index your files.
Yes. Yeah, it's literally that.
It's
Got it.
literally, yes, you need
Yeah.
to re-index your files so you are not so slow,
Yes. Yes. Got it. Okay,
and,
perfect.
and not so irresponsible.
Yeah, that's also. So it
Not
will
so
affect your level of responsibility.
100%.
Uh-huh. And how does that show up? As in, like, you drop the ball on things that you were supposed to
You
do?
drop the ball, you don't get what's happening. you promise to do things and you don't, and mainly, you have a lot of blame.
Interesting. Yeah,
You have a lot of
exactly.
blame. The more
Yeah,
blame you have, the less responsible you are.
yeah,
And
I
there's a
see.
difference between someone that sees something wrong and want to fix it. So someone painted the car incorrectly, and I'm telling you, look, uh, you're amazing. I love you, but the car is. This is not the ideal way to scratch the car while you're painting the car. Yes,
Hmm.
it's not ideal. We need to fix it. You
Yes.
promised to clean the car before you wipe it, and you didn't wash the car, so you created scratches all over. Yes.
Yeah.
So you promised to do that, so I expect you to do that. This is not blame. This is really an effort to raise the responsibility of the person because I still love him. I still willing to do whatever with him.
Yes.
So this is one thing, but the blame is just an effort to change the outcome, but it's an effort for someone else to change the outcome for you.
Hmm.
When I blame you, I hope that you will change the outcome for me instead of
Yes.
me changing the outcome for me. I'm the only one that can change the outcome for me. And then it goes into regret, etc., etc.
Yeah, I like that. That's very, very good. Amazing. Okay, great. Let me read a couple of these comments and questions, and then one more question for me. So, hi, Avi. Avi Budara is here. Hi,
Hi,
hi.
Avi Bodara,
And
by the way, very, very, very well done on this two new pieces of music. He's a composer and he plays and whatever, and he sent me two pieces that was just beyond beautiful, beyond aesthetic, beyond art. It's like anyone that wants to hear really pieces of art, not just nonsense music, look for his name, and it is wow. It's on YouTube. It's amazing. Avi, maybe write the name of the pieces. One of them is like Infinity or whatever. I don't remember the name, but I remember the
wow,
effect it makes on me. It was
wow,
just
that's
amazing.
beautiful.
Most beautiful. I heard the first one and I thought it's the most. And then I
Uh-huh.
heard the second one and I said, wow, even better. How can you do that?
Wow,
So,
that's amazing.
Avi
That's
Budara, amazing.
amazing. Wow, wow.
Really,
And
really amazing.
that yeah, we need the you he said you are wow, and we need the link copy for sure.
Yeah, we need the
Yes.
link. Put the link here.
Yes.
It's really important. It's like
Yeah.
so beautiful.
Amazing. That's amazing. And Tressa on Instagram Live said, "Ooh, I heard that when you were talking about responsibility, blame."
Yes,
Yes.
yes. Hi,
And
Precious. How are you?
yeah, we miss you.
We miss you. Yes.
And Anna said, I absolutely agree. I know many people in my nursing career that has had pitfalls of drugs. Yeah, yeah. And Jenna, hi, hi. She said, hi. Wow, makes so much
Hi.
sense. Hi, Jenna.
Hi, Jen.
And Curtis asks, what's the difference between drugs like marijuana and cocaine versus medical drugs like painkillers?
All of them has the same side effect as far as we're concerned, which is mixing up the pictures. The effect on the body is different. The body reacts differently to different drugs. But the effect on the mind, all of them, without exception, has the same effect, mixing up the pictures in the mind so you become slower and less able.
Hmm. Amazing. And
That's
by the way, Tressa
the
said,
bottom line.
yeah, yeah, got it. That's great. Tressa said, hi, I good, miss you so much on Instagram.
Yeah, miss you.
Hi.
Mwah.
So my question now, the final thing is medicinal, spiritual, quote unquote, drugs. So I know people that will vouch for the fact that they've discovered amazing truths while they were on some kind of a ayahuasca trip, or they'll tell you that they really had a transformative way of dealing with life or with people, or the way they approach situations, or their anxiety went away forever, or whatever else. And by the way,
Yeah.
Avi put the link here for the
Yes.
for it. So
Guys,
that's a wonderful. Thank
grab
you.
that link. Grab that link.
Yes.
And Gali, when we promoting this live, we need to take this link and put it in the comment. It's
Yeah.
really nice. It's special. It's not just another something. It's
Amazing.
really nice.
Okay, we will. That's amazing. We will. Beautiful. Okay, so yes, so that was my question about that. About
Okay.
the yeah,
So let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's start with the basic. The basic thing, the spirit knows.
yeah.
So the spirit knows. If someone need to tell you, or if someone or something need to tell you what to know, you don't know. So it's against you.
Mm-hmm.
The
Okay.
purpose of study is to get you to know so you don't need a teacher. If
Mm-hmm.
after I teach you something, you still repeating what I said, you are a parrot, you didn't learn. The
Mm-hmm.
difference between parrots that know what to say and people that actually become to know is people that become to know don't need data. They know they
Mm-hmm.
don't need the data of the name, they just know the name. They
Yeah.
don't need the data of how to move the hand, they just know how to move the hand.
Yes.
Parrots don't actually know. Parrots look at the stimulation and they repeat something. They're just repeating something without actually bringing results. So first of all, the spirit knows, and when something else tell you what to know, immediately you see that something do not make sense. The second thing is that when a person going to a trip, what actually happened with ayahuasca, etc., you turn on memories. You see things. They'll tell you they see things. These
Yeah.
things are things that they're telling you information, and you, the spirit, look at those pictures and you make decisions. And you make decisions based on those memories,
Mm-hmm.
which mean you take this thing, they stay in place, and now you made decision based on this thing, which means that every time that you make such a decision, actually you become more effect and less cause.
Mm-hmm. I see. Yes.
So the only
Yeah.
way that memory will have any effect is if you deleted the memory and it stopped limiting you. Because if I decided now based on something that I saw to behave like that, I'm limited to like that. Before that I was like that, now I'm like that. I'm just considering that this is better. But I'm
So
still having a specific thing that I decided to behave according, and not according to what's in front of me. So I'm not evaluating from now on, I'm nice. I'm always nice. I decided based on an ayahuasca trip that God told me to be nice. And
yes.
now a terrorist come and shoot me and I'm nice. It's not logical. If a terrorist come to shoot you, the pro survival thing will be at least to duck, not to be nice.
Yes. Yeah, that's okay. So that, by the way, that's a great explanation. But a couple of questions. Number one, you said it's a memory. Why? Because some people say like I was on a trip. I found myself in a field on the moon, and I was going to the field. There was a bunch of flowers, and on the other side was a fairy. The fairy told me that what my mom told me when like some thing. So it's not a memory. It's some random made up scene.
It is a memory, Babale. It is a memory. It is
Okay.
just, it is just something that turn on another thing, that turn on another thing, that turn on another thing. So there is, instead of knowing, you look at this that associated with this, that associate you with this, and you have a lot of association that somehow get back to what your mom told you, which she may or may not told you that, and you make based on these memories because you look at them,
Mhm.
you see them, you smell them, you are there, you you feeling them. So it means that something that happened in the past, it's not happening right now because your mother told you something from the past. And if it was happening right now, and if it was without anything, you wouldn't compare it to something that you know. It will be totally new. So
Yeah, yeah,
if it will be
yes, yeah.
something that you create, you'll say, I had an idea, I came up with this, all those things will be new, 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 new. You create them. So if it's not new, you create them and they have no continuation, you're dealing with lies.
I see, but they will say to you, "No, it was new. I had this either I had a crazy idea that I need to start this new business, and that's how I started my new business. I had an idea." Or it will be something like, "I had this idea, all of a sudden this new thing of I'm in this field, never been in this field before."
Not a
You get what I
problem.
mean?
Yes. They tell you that it's field, but they see the field. Yes.
They see the field, yeah.
Thank you very much. Pictures. It's physical.
Okay.
It's not spiritual. When you know, when you think about your name, when you know your name, do you see the picture of your name?
No, I just know it. But where
Okay,
does
good. When I ask you for
imagination
address, 1 second. When I ask you for address of your house, do you see it written or you just know it?
I so yeah, at first you just know it. Yeah, you
You
just know
just
it.
know it. Yeah?
Yeah.
You just know
Yeah.
the address. What is your number? 082470. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I know the number. I don't look at it. Yes. I know
Yeah.
it. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So first of all, when you know something, you don't see it. You just say it.
Yes.
When you
Yes.
know something, you don't see it, you just say it. It just come and then it goes. You
Yes.
don't need to hold to it because you know it.
Yes,
That's
100%.
the capability of the spirit to know for no reason at all.
Mhm.
When something tells you, even if this something that tells you is the best thing that happened to you since sliced bread, you will see it's not you and it will lead you to an actual disaster.
Mhm. Mhm.
It doesn't mean that you are not there at all. Of course, it's you. You looking at the pictures and you make decisions, but you make decision based on those pictures, and so you are locked to that decisions.
I see.
And
Okay.
if you take those people that tell you, "Yeah, I had a trip, da 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 da," and you actually follow up what's happening with them, and actually
Mhm.
open the bonnet and actually look under the hood, you'll see
Yeah.
it's not so beautiful.
Yeah, yeah, true. And what about those people that had, which I know is like 1 in a million, that had like an amazing idea and they went and started the business, or they decided that now they're gonna get fit and they really, after their ayahuasca trip, they lost 60 pounds, or they started a business that was successful.
Not a problem. Not a problem. And that's wonderful because the spirit is still there. The spirit is looking at the pictures. But with this trip, somehow, because of the mess up, the results are not as good as without this trip.
Mhm.
And you have a bomb sitting there, a time bomb sitting there. It will explode sooner or later. Check and you will see.
Mhm. I see. Yeah. Amazing.
It cannot be that something exterior will come to you and give you something and you don't make it your own. It's so those people that make it your own, 1 in a million, that person is really powerful and he made it his own and he actually took the idea and pushed it through and actually brought about a result. Well done, because the spirit is powerful.
Yeah. I see.
Spirit is powerful. The damage of the trip he will carry forever with him.
I see. Yes. Yeah. Amazing. And what's to say that that wouldn't have happened even without the trip, or that it wouldn't
No,
have been bigger, or a million other things? Yeah.
it's not the point is not that for me, at least the point is not the
Yeah.
point is that this trip now messed up my mind, and
Yes.
because it messed up my mind, it's just a matter of time before I will act this thing will start to affect me. That's it.
Got it. I see. Makes sense. Amazing. That's really, 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 really good. That answered my questions.
Good.
My maybe one last word. Who profits from people being drugged? Like, what's the benefit? There's such a big push on drugs. Why? What's the big deal?
How do you control a population of 8 billion people?
Okay,
you
so
have
yeah,
to make you have to make them stupid.
yes, yes,
So how do you make them stupid? Number one, destroy the education.
hmm,
Number one, you
which
have
is
to
happening.
destroy the education. You have to basically get them to not being able to understand
Yes,
while making sure that they think that they understand.
mm-hmm,
They're sure
yes,
that they understand, but they don't.
yeah,
Number two, you need to make sure that the family unit is destroyed, religion is destroyed, the body is destroyed. Why? Because when the body is destroyed, the mind control you rather than you control the mind, because the body needs energy and it takes it from the mind.
Yes.
You need to make sure that they are drugged.
Mm-hmm.
And once you set up this system of food got destroyed, family got destroyed, religion got destroyed, you cannot get educated, and you become more and more and more believing that what you want is what bad for you.
Mm-hmm.
You really believe that what you want is what bad for you. You want to scroll, you love it, it's bad for you, but you become stupid.
Yeah.
But you believe that it's get bad for you. You want the drug because you believe it's good for you, but it's bad for you. So when you convince them that all the things that are bad for them is good,
Mm-hmm.
all the things that bad for them, they really, really believe that is good, and they become so stupid that they don't even know if they're man or woman. That's how
Yeah.
stupid you become.
Yeah.
You don't
True.
even know. How do I?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm we. I cannot make a decision. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
It's
Yeah.
the ultimate confusion. Yes.
Yeah.
So
Any decision becomes a panel because we're we now.
yeah, where are we?
Panel. It's not just me. It's a panel now. Yes.
So when you do that, and the person become really, really, really stupid, you can control him by propaganda, because
Mm.
now he does not know there is someone in the government that tells him what to think. So like the average stupid person go and take the vaccine. The average stupid person will cover his mouth with a mask. The
Mm-hmm.
average stupid person will be afraid instead of
Yeah.
living. So he's not living, he's trying not to die. And
Yes.
what I'm promoting is that you're not stupid, you are actually the thing that knows.
Right.
You've been created in, regardless if you are religious or not, you created in the image of God. You are powerful, you are smart. That's why you've been pushed to use drugs. That's why you've been pushed to not understand. That's why you've been pushed to not know what's right and what's wrong. That's why you've been pushed to become useless, because you are so powerful. If you were not so powerful and not so smart, no one will
Yeah.
push you down. You don't need to, I don't need to drag the stone.
Yeah.
There's a stone in the entrance of my home. I don't need to drag the stone because the stone will not do anything.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
But if a powerful dog wants to come and bite me, I need to shoot and drag him, so he will not
Yes.
bite me. Yes.
That's a very good point. Yes. Makes sense. Amazing.
So someone that offer you drugs um, wants to control you.
Yeah.
Really,
Yeah.
they want to control you. It's very simple, and
Right.
it can go like you have this. How do you call it? Sleeping sex drugs. How do you that
Oh,
putting
Rehypnol or Roofie.
roofie? Yes. So you have
Yeah.
roofie that you put for a woman to control her,
Yeah.
and the same thing when someone offer you marijuana. Whoever promote marijuana, regardless of what it is, he wants to control you. He wants to rape you. But
Hmm.
worse than just raping your body, is raping your mind.
Yes. Yes.
Really bad.
Yeah. Absolutely. So that's a important and strong message, and it's exactly that. I didn't even think of it exactly like that. That's so true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is just raping your
Yeah.
mind by drugs,
Hmm.
raping your mind by removing ethics, what is right and what is wrong, removing religion, and any religion is better than no religion. I'm not promoting that everyone needs to become rich and Jewish, just
Yeah.
any
Any
religion.
religion. Yeah.
Any
Yeah.
religion, no, but seriously, without the jokes, any religion is better than no religion, because religion give you some kind of a compass of what is right and what is wrong. So you have something to compare against, so you're not as confused.
Yes. Yes.
You can decide to go totally against your religion. It's totally fine, but you still have the compass. You know
Yeah.
that you're going 90 degrees or 180 degrees. You still have a compass, even if you go against it,
Mm.
so you are not confused.
Yes. I see. I
You
see.
understand? So
Yeah.
it's nothing happened by mistake. It's actually a strong push to stupidify people
Wow. Amazing. That's
so they can be
amazing.
controlled.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and this message that you're putting out now is basically the antidote to that, and that's everybody needs to hear that far and wide. So if anybody is listening to this, and I recommend that you get your kids to listen to this. I recommend you get your friends to listen to this because they need to understand and be educated about it. I mean, I was educated from a very young age about drugs, and I've never touched them despite having a bazillion and one opportunities to working in the music festival industries. So it's important to educate everyone you know about the matter.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's very easy to fall.
It's like drugs is really bad. It's really raping your mind.
Yeah,
This is what drugs doing. It's
yeah.
roofing your mind. Roof. I don't know if
Hmm.
you can say
Yeah,
roofing.
roofie. Yeah, yeah. Roofing. Yeah, 100%.
Yes.
Exactly. Wow. Amazing. So thank you. This was great. Thank you for everybody that tuned in. Carmela said truly amazing. Curtis, wow. We had
Thank you.
people from all over. So thank you for being on, and we will
Yes.
see you next week. This was
We will
amazing.
see you next week. Yeah. Actually, will I be here next week? I'm not
Oh,
sure.
you might be traveling. Okay, we'll see.
We'll see, but we'll
Yeah.
make it go right. Okay.
Yeah.
Love
Okay.
you. Mwah.
Love you. Mwah. Bye, everyone. Bye.